Yes, we're coming to you live from Mumbai. This is where all the action will be. India taking on West Indies. But the biggest question here is not whether India will win, whether West Indies will win, whether Chris Gayle will make runs or Virat Kohli will make runs, or whether MS Dhoni will hit the winning runs or Darren Sammy will take the winning wicket. The biggest question in Mumbai right now is who has a match ticket. I've got a lovely audience with me and I'm going to ask if anyone here has a match ticket for tomorrow.
I do.
Okay. We have a claimant here. He has a match ticket. You're a rare commodity, you know that.
I guess I am, and I'm gonna auction that ticket because it's now very costly.
Tickets?
Yeah?
Did someone say tickets? Who has match tickets?
Oh, I do.
My friend.
Yes?
You have tomorrow's match ticket?
Yes, I
You
do.
know how rich you are today. You can bail out Vijay Mallya. You know how much you are in demand today. You are more in demand than Ranveer Singh's mooch. Right now, my friend, forget Donald Trump and Bernie Sanders. This man, for president, he has the semi-finals tickets.
But
I will trade it for whatever.
That's
Nikhil
my-
Nas, how are we doing?
that's my good friend Mantra, but you were not invited on the show, were you?
No, I just invited myself. I was just watching Batman vs Superman in the cinema hall next door. Then I just came out to watch the people cross the road because that was more interesting. and then I heard about the tickets. This man's got the tickets, but I'm sure not a lot of people have it, Nikhil.
Well, not too many people have tickets, and I know that everyone is desperate for a ticket, but I know one man who joins us on the show wouldn't want a ticket because the last time he went into a live stadium, it didn't quite turn out very well. Isn't that Tanmay?
Yeah, well, you know what? I would happily risk it for another roast or for a cricket match. I'd be happily risking it. So, yeah, I'd love a ticket.
Okay, we've got lots of cricket fans joining us on the show. Sohail Seth also joins us. And Sohail, I know that if there's one person who will definitely have a match ticket, because I see Sohail in every social gathering that there is, it has to be Sohail. Sohail, I'm sure you have a ticket and I'm sure you're going for the game tomorrow.
I have a ticket, but I'm not going for the game. I believe it is time for India to be compassionate. If I go there to the game, there will be one more Indian cheering, and I don't want the West Indies to both lose and feel bad or feel bad and lose. So out of compassion, much in the lines of Mother Teresa's philosophy, I've decided to give up my ticket. I have offered that ticket to Raj Thackeray if he promises to behave himself in future.
Okay.
Mr. Seth, he does not need an invite. He's a legend himself. The match tickets or any tickets for any social gathering, they get printed first after it's been shown to Sohail. Sohail is a print, all right. Should we already imprint your name because he's a man, he's invited everywhere. But everybody wants to be where nobody can tomorrow.
Okay, I must compliment Sohail there for making fun on Raj Thackeray while he's in
See,
Mumbai.
the point is
But
you don't go everywhere you're invited, my son. Learn this lesson.
Superstar, sir, but tomorrow is where everybody wants to be, man. I'd love to be there.
okay, Tanmay wanted to say something. Sorry, Tanmay, we couldn't hear you. Go ahead.
No, I said that Sohail has tickets for tomorrow's semi-final. Sohail knows who's winning the final. In fact, Sohail is Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Have you ever seen them in the same room at the same time? I don't think you have. Sohail is a man of many disguises.
No, that is casting an aspersion. I don't know who's going to win the match because your underlying philosophy is that I'm a bookie. I don't even have a demat account for shares. So can you imagine why the hell would I be involved in a cricket match or fixing a match?
That's for Sohail, you only deal
Gayle
in
will
cash, yeah,
lose.
Sohail. That's why
Gale's
you only deal in
entire
cash.
West Indies parivar will lose. India will win. And this is all India effectiveness. It is not all India bakchod.
To you, Sohail. I brilliantly said India's going to win. Tanmay, you know exactly who you have to call at NCP and the next time.
Okay, Sohail, it's exactly for these sledging skills that we would want you at the game. You know, these sledges that you've got going against the West Indies, this is exactly why we need you at the stadium and not sitting at home.
I will not be sitting at home. I'll be with a very able and pretty friend watching the match. But that will be a baseball match because, as I said, I don't want too much of happiness because India is going to win. I must temper my excitement because, unlike Tanmay, I'm getting old. I'm no longer as young as all of you. Having said that, Winston Churchill said, a man is only as young as the woman he feels. So tomorrow evening, I'll be 27. God bless America.
Okay, let's get back to cricket, and since we are on the subject of ticket, I have a solution to all our problems, because now we have with us the man who has a stand named after him. Okay, there's a Sunil Gavaskar stand there. I'm sure he has plenty of tickets with him to give all our friends here. That includes Tanmay, Mantra, all this lovely audience that we've got here. Sunny bhai, how many tickets can you give these cricket crazy fans here? You have a stand named after you at the stadium.
I wish I could. The only problem is this, I've only got a stand in my name. I do not get a single ticket over there. Unfortunately, nobody seems to believe me. I get calls quite regularly saying, "Arey, you have a stand named after you, so surely you must be having tickets over there." Unfortunately, no, that is not the case. So I'm sorry, I won't be able to oblige anybody. I've been trying to get tickets, but it's impossible to get tickets. Not just in the Sunil Gavaskar stand, in the Wankhede Stadium. My honest advice is, like a lot of people did, is to go there and wait for somebody to come and say, "Listen, I was supposed to come with, so and so, it didn't turn up, so I have a ticket. Do you want a ticket?" And maybe he might ask you for some money, maybe he won't. If you're lucky, he won't ask you for some money. But do that. Otherwise, best thing is, stay at home, watch it on television, and then eventually, tune into NDTV, where you'll get a fabulous post-mortem on the game.
Okay, I like the
Well
NDTV
said.
bit,
Yeah, well
but it's easier for Sunny bhai to say that sit at home. He's at the match, every match there is. He's telling everyone else to stay at home. Okay, for the lovely audience that we have here, let me ask, the biggest question now, apart from the ticket, is how do you get Chris Gayle out? Do we have a few suggestions? Okay, just pass on the mic. We'll get a suggestion here. How do we get Chris Gayle out?
Well, you just get an attractive reporter for starters, preferably Mayanti Langar. I think she would do the job.
Okay, get an attractive reporter, he says, to get Gayle out. You all remember what he did with that Australian presenter. Any more suggestions? Okay, we got one here. Go ahead.
Yeah, so when Chris Gayle is batting, fielders become audience and audience become fielders. So tomorrow at Wankhede, we have 50,000 fielders to take his wicket.
Why 50,000? More than that, I get.
I'm telling you, Gayle is not going to perform tomorrow.
Why?
Gayle is not even going to be at the match tomorrow. He met Bachchan Saab just a couple of hours back, just a few days back, and Bachchan Saab, what he told him? Kuch din to guzari hai, kuch raat mein. So he's in Rajkot having fafadas right now with Suleiman Bain.
Okay. Same question to Sohail and Tanmay. Sohail, I'll come to you first. How does one get Chris Gayle out? You're a strategist, I know. You're a mastermind. Tell us.
So there are three options. Number one, take him to Trishna and feed him some stale crab. I'm not suggesting Trishna has stale crab, but just hope they have stale crab. The second option is invite the Jats from Haryana to actually have a conversation with him before the game. The third is introduce him to Mayawati, Jayalalitha and Mamta Banerjee. He'll never want to play anything, forget cricket.
Okay, those are brilliant options. I wish we could have done that.
So as well said, always hits it right out of the park.
Okay, Tanmay, your turn. Please come up with solutions. How does one get Chris Gayle out?
I for one, I already know Chris Gayle is getting out at 13. Suhail Seth himself told me. Suhail knows when Chris is going to get out. All of this is just a distraction. Please make no mistake. Suhail is a soothsayer. Chris Gayle is going to get out for 13. He's going to be bowled by Mahendra Singh Dhoni while Virat Kohli is keeping wickets.
I told you 12. At least quote properly if you're doing ad verbatim crap.
I'm sorry.
Rather than always do comedy with a
Guys, it's
teleprompter.
12. My bad.